And we're live. What's up, everybody? Let me turn on this chat, too. Can everybody hear us all right? Somebody reply in the chat.
Let's see who's here.
What's up, everybody? Let me turn on this chat, too. Can everybody hear us all right? Can everybody hear us? Reply in the chat. Hold on. What's up, everybody? I had to kill that. There we go. Chat, everybody hear us all right? Everybody hear us? Reply in the chat.
Oh my god, hi. Who's
What's up, everybody? I had to kill that. There we go. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Oh my god, hi. This is so laggy.
I had to kill that. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah, that's all for me. They're all here for me.
Do you have a YouTube video open?
Yeah, that's all for me.
Close all the YouTube videos.
Oh, good.
Do you have a YouTube video open?
No.
Close all the YouTube videos.
I don't even have my Google Chrome open.
And we lost her. Great. Well, everybody, you're going to have to sit here and enjoy some technical difficulties. Oh, we wait for her to get back on. Let's see if I can... you got off. There we go. You back on?
I think so. Yeah. I love technology.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hold on, let me turn it up. Everybody's probably like, what the hell are these idiots doing?
So how can I view the chat?
You got to click the chat button.
On Google Hangouts or YouTube?
No, on Google Hangouts right here on the right.
Okay, I got it.
It's clear now.
Yeah, okay. We're good.
Anybody in the room here? Let's get on the chat and tell us if you can hear us fine. Then we'll get this started.
They're all on YouTube.
Huh?
I can see them talking on YouTube.
Oh, well, I didn't want to turn that on because I get feedback. So.
Well, how are they gonna talk in Google Hangouts?
Yeah, hold on. I'm
saying hi. Fuck me dead.
Yeah, I know. We'll get started in a minute. They can sit here and wait for a few minutes. We'll get everything going.
They all talk. My group says they're all on YouTube.
All right, now I can see the chat. Cool.
Where?
Can you go on the YouTube page and hit the video, but make sure you pause the video so we don't get the feedback.
Oh yeah. Okay. Got it. She must not be holding any. I'm not. That's why I'm fucking drinking alcohol.
Oh man.
Who's that? D? Are you killing a bottle? No, I ran out. No. Oh, there's so many people here.
Yeah, I'm trying to move this and this so I can see the chat while I'm looking at the video and talking to you.
That's pretty technical.
Oh shit.
So who bought Ripple?
I don't know, man, but whoever posted those screenshots is dumb because if you read the next sentence, it says, "Oh, that's not my pick," basically.
So they
So,
full engineered it. Oh my god, what a tease.
yep. Man, let's see, control left. Wish I could see the chat on the Hangouts, but I'm trying to get that fixed.
They're really good at this.
I mean, as always, I'm gonna get it. We'll get going in a minute. They can wait.
Who's Black Jew? Is that Corey? Yeah, I bet you it is.
Yeah, well, this shit won't let me. It won't let me see the chat and the video at the same time. That's what's pissing me off. Oh man, well, I guess I'll have to just minimize that shit. Anyway, so what you want to talk about, girl?
ETHConnect. Did anyone buy ETHConnect? That stupid scam Ponzi shit.
What one was it?
ETHConnect.
Oh hell no, that shit went up like crazy. Wasn't that shit like $400?
No, the ICO just started yesterday, and everyone went crazy buying it. Obviously, knowing that thinking it'd be the next BitConnect. Obviously, it's a full-on Ponzi scheme.
I don't understand.
I just want to buy the coin and just hold it on whatever, like Cryptopia, and watch the noobs invest in it and get wrecked. And then yeah, so that happened to Regal Coin. It was $10, $12 the other day, and now it's $80.
It's crazy. It's all this new stupid money coming in, and then everybody thinks it's gonna like cure cancer or something, and then turn around and next thing I know, their portfolio is buried because the smart investors just dumped and unloaded on them.
It's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
The normies.
Just like look at Rise on the Palm Beach report. That shot up like crazy, and now it's at a lower low than when it started. So I wonder.
Same. Right now they just. That's so stupid.
Everybody got
it's
burned.
Really yeah, it really doesn't make myself confident in mass adoption of this Bitcoin thing, because this market is actually not that intelligent. We've got like Mayweather promoting credit cards and then getting wrecked with the terms and conditions of his commission, obviously because he didn't read the terms and conditions.
You think he can even read?
That's what I mean. He didn't read.
Well, you know what happened. So one of his managers came to him, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna get you like $20 million. Sign here." And he's like, "All right," and signed it. And
I mean, yeah. Maybe he should learn how to read, not just legal documents, but fucking just learn. Then again, you've got all. Then there's Paris Hilton. I don't know how people will freaking adopt this stupid Bitcoin when it's got all these fucking dumb people. Should I stop swearing so much?
I don't care. You know, I'm probably worse than you. It's not gonna bother me.
Okay, cool. Salt? No, not salt. I mean, that's like going going back into fiat. Why would you want to go back into fiat money? I think you should really look into ETHLend. Look at the advisory board. It's a peer-to-peer lending. So actually using the decentralized blockchain technology for a good thing and just lending.
Yeah.
Lux,
Austin said it. This isn't fucking Facebook. Yeah, you'll get banned on Facebook for talking like this.
Okay. Oops.
No,
yeah.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
you're allowed to talk on YouTube, but Facebook, you'll get banned.
okay.
They put
Okay.
you on timeout.
Oh fuck.
So, all right, who's got a question? Put a question in the chat. I'll try to answer it, or she'll try to answer it. Let's do that for a minute.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about ETH Connect. I just want to say I'm gonna buy it and not invest. But because dumb people will end up buying it anyway, so why not take advantage of that and then keep it not on their stupid exchange, buy it on like Nova Exchange, which is maybe the lesser of both evils, and then dump on their asses when they decide to pull out. My pull-out game's pretty strong. Not really.
Joey just asked you a question. She said, Diana, why do people say Salt is the most logical place to cash BTC profits? You want to answer that?
I don't think so. I mean, first of all, it's really it's going back into fiat, and the platform obviously shows your transactions and your loans. So if you want to pay income tax on lending money, then sure, go for it. Not really. I don't like it. I bought in at $1.50 or something, but I still haven't cashed out. It's not doing that well. Also, it really defeats the purpose of blockchain and cryptocurrency when you're still using fiat money on the platform. Yeah.
I mean,
and then
honestly, I don't even get into the fundamentals.
Well, you're just a trader, and that's okay because yeah, play the market.
Like I don't even know what half these coins. I don't even know what most of these coins do. People are like, oh, this and that. I'm just like, I don't know. And I've traded so much of it, it's not even funny. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got some of that.
Just like looking at the charts, the dildos, the double tops, whatever it's called. I don't do any TA at all. I basically turned 1 Bitcoin to 20 based on just pure research.
But see, that's all right. I mean, that's just some people's thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know?
All I do is basically go on to Twitter, see what Wolf of Poloniex and the others are shilling, and then I go the opposite way. And that's done me well so far.
Now, see, I'm just the opposite. Like my style, I'm a very aggressive, like short trader. I take a lot of short positions in the market, and I'm an aggressive pullback trader. So when the market pulled back really hard, I'm always there hitting lows, like trying to grab coins cheap. And
like low balling.
Well, yeah, that's what I do. I try to hit the market hard, and then once I get a nice big order filled, then I'll push it. I'll keep pumping the coin. Like once I get my big order to fill. So
like how do you pump?
Keep buying it. Like I buy in zones. Like everybody's like they say, oh, I'm gonna buy a price. But no, I buy in a zone. And when it comes down and it hits the bottom of my zone, that's when I get my largest order to fill or whatever I want. And then I'll push it up to the top of my zone, and then I'll stop buying. And by then it gets the momentum going up in the market, and everybody follows suit, and it just rolls up.
Okay, that's smart. And then when do you collect profits? Like, do you sell half at a certain percentage?
Well, I always say never enter a trade without having an entry and an exit strategy and a stop strategy. But it all depends on the market, really. Usually I have targets, and I'll take off some of my position. Or if I don't have much into it where I'm not going to cause a lot of market slippage on a market order, what I do is, first thing I do is I move my stop up to get it where I'll break even if the market rolls over. And if I move it up enough where it covers the fees and to break even. So a little bit above my purchase price. And then every time the market climbs up, I keep moving my stop order up. And the goal is to ride the entire trend. So you want to ride the entire trend all the way up. You don't want to have a target halfway up the trend because you don't know how high it's going. So
Yeah.
you keep moving your stop order up and up and up. And every time you move your stop up, eventually when the market rolls over, it rolls over into your stop and sells your position. But you rode the whole trade.
Is that called a trailing stop loss? Because that's I hear that a fair bit. I don't know what that is.
Yes, it's a trailing stop, but I do it manually because I notice those trailing stops, for some reason, they just don't like to work correctly, and I've got screwed out of a lot of them.
So you do it manually? You don't use bots?
No, I do that manually. Like with this BTC run, I just happened to get lucky last night. I'll admit it. I literally, like, right before I went to sleep, I was like, yeah, I'll just put a sell order for 7,300. It'll never get there. I'll just, wake up and continue my trade. I woke up this morning and all my Bitcoins were gone.
That's awesome.
I literally, I don't know why I did it. I was like, I'll just put it at 7,300 because, I mean, this was only when it was like 6,800. I'm like, it ain't never going to reach that tonight. I woke up and I'm like, wow, it's crashing. I'm like, shit, I better sell. I'm like, oh, sell what? They're all gone. So
how do you predict which coins will pump, or you just choose random? How do you choose coins as to what to trade?
By looking at the charts, really. I start looking for signal indicators. Certain candlestick patterns that stick out in my head. Like if I look at a chart and I see a certain set of candle patterns, I'm like, man, maybe this needs a little bit of closer of a look. And I can look at a chart and say, nah, this isn't going to move. Or, yeah, this needs a second look. And then I'll sit down and I'll do like a full chart study. But that's not really something that I can, explain, in a couple minutes because obviously every market's different. So it depends what I see in that market. If I'm seeing like an XABCD pattern or, a head and shoulders pattern, or if I want to do a Fibonacci trade, or if I'm trying to move to a moving average trade or something like that. It all depends on what type of trade I'm trying to place in the market for what type of study that I'm going to do on that. And generally a study takes me about 30 minutes to do a complete, study on a chart.
Cool.
It's not just, 5 minutes and I'm like, all right, I'm off and trading. No, I literally wake up every morning, usually around 5:30 a.m. and do several hours of chart work before the U.S. really gets up and moving.
Oh.
So, I mean, I literally, some days I've sat there and charted for 10, 12, 14-hour days straight. Like
I don't sleep at all, as my followers would know. So do you follow the news mainly, like for example, Bitcoin news, and for example, like stupid Amazon rumors, and that would basically help you understand? Oh yeah, these idiots are gonna pump Bitcoin because of this.
I mean, to an extent, I don't base my trades off of them, and if I see something like that, like Amazon or something, but I really can't go off of that one because obviously that's Bitcoin. I always have Bitcoin. But what that'll do is it'll make me do a chart study. If I see some random shit coin that has some news, that's like an indicator for me to go do a chart study. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So it basically filters out which coins to chart, right?
Yeah, it basically, like, the same thing I said is like if I'm looking through charts, like scanning with my eyes, and I see a candlestick pattern and I know I gotta do a case study on this or a chart study. That's the same thing with the news. Like that's about as far as I take the news. I'm like, all right, I better chart this, see what's going on, because obviously, it's getting a little hype.
Yeah, it's just similar to how I do it. For example, if I'm on Twitter and I see a fake visa announcement, which obviously just a simple Google search would show that that's nothing official, I'd still buy it, and then it will pump 20% in 10 minutes, and then I'll just sell it because it's not true, and people will find out, and then it just dumps. For example, MCO, Monaco card, and recently TenPay is just doing shit.
But see,
stuff like that.
That's why I was telling you the stop strategy. When you keep moving your stop up, then you can ride hopefully as much as the trend as possible instead of just buying and selling.
That's true, but I freaking have this I'm always on fucking Chinese coins, so it's all Binance and now the new KuCoin, which don't even have stop loss capabilities.
Yeah.
Shit.
Rami's asking, where do you place your stops to avoid getting screwed over by people dumping the price? That's not an easy answer. That's probably one of the most difficult things that I had to grasp the concept of was, you know, how to use a proper stop strategy. And my big thing is everybody calls it a stop loss. I hate that. I can't stand that word stop loss. I don't like the word loss. It's not in my vocabulary. Technically, it's a stop order, and I use stops to protect profits. I don't want to take losses. I don't use it to protect a loss. I use it to protect profits.
Oh my god, that's genius.
Well, I mean, it is, but as far as where to place them, every chart's going to be different where to place them. That's why you need to have a strategy in place because, for example, it depends what type of trade you're doing. If you're doing like a Fibonacci level trade, then obviously you want to stop out below the lower Fibonacci. If you're doing like a 9-day moving average trade, you probably want to go like 5% below the 9-day moving average. And then say you're doing a head and shoulders pattern. It depends where you entered it. Did you enter above the right shoulder or below the right shoulder? Because that would depend on where your stop is according to that. So there's so many variables on the chart to where you place your stops. It's not just a one answer like question. You really can't just say, oh, this is where you place your stops and that's done. You need an actual strategy to do this.
And you keep on, you obviously would have to keep on updating your stop strategy, right? As it goes up.
Oh.
And one?
Initially, that's what I was doing with Bitcoin. I was getting bored because I sold all the shit coins a long time ago. I haven't even been trading. And I just had a really large Bitcoin position open. And basically every morning I would wake up and I'd move my stop order up for the day. And that was it. I'm like, all right, I'm done trading for the day. Next morning, wake up, move my stop order up again.
What the fuck are we doing then? Like, fuck, we're doing it wrong.
What?
Fucking following the news 24/7.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of days that, like, you know, like the shitcoin markets are just on fire, and I'm really charting. Like I'm charting every single one of these things that I see. So it all depends. But right now, it's like there's no point in even trading the shitcoins. Like everybody's like, "Oh, buy it." Nah, man, I ain't touching this shit. I'll wait, and that's how I make my money. I'm patient. It'll bottom out eventually.
You know? Really patient. Okay.
So.
And usually go like balls deep in just one coin, or do you do like 5 coins, 10 coins?
I mean, it all depends, really. You know, I mean, it depends how the market's going. Like right now, I've been, you know, a really large long position in Bitcoin, obviously. And what did I do? I short Ether. I short 1,000 Ether the other day at 310, and I took that profit today out of the market. But that was only maybe, you know, 40-hour trade. I was in it from like 310 to 2. I think I closed that out today at like 282, 283. I closed it. I can't remember. But I try to I work in and out of trades a lot. Like I won't take a lot of trades. Like I'll take a really large trade, but I work in it. You know, I was in 1,000 Ether into that short by the time I finished like my short.
And what are your thoughts on that upcoming Bitcoin Cash fork thing?
With SegWit? Honestly, I don't even know.
The other one. Bitcoin.
Gold Cash? Bitcoin Spoon? The fuck?
Bitcoin Cash. 13th. A few days before the one.
I dumped all that shit.
What did Joey say?
When it first came out, I dumped the Bitcoin Cash, like what I had on the exchange, what I had on Bitfinex. I dumped that at like 600, like literally like within a few minutes. And then
it went up.
Yeah, well, no, the stuff I had like in wallets and stuff that I actually had to like do work for and collect, I sold that at like I think $910. But that was like weeks later.
Okay, Joey is asking. So the most confusion is regarding this fork, which is for November 18. I don't know if many people are aware that there's 2 forks this month. The Bitcoin Cash fork.
Yeah.
And the SegWit fork.
You want to answer that? Like I said, I'm not a fundamental person. I don't care about these forks.
So as you could see, that stupid Bitcoin scam coin, Bitcoin Gold shit, started trading on Yobit before that, the snapshot, and it full on went up to zero point 0.2 Bitcoin in price and full on dumped. Next minute, Bitcoin crashed. So there's two forks happening this month. The Bitcoin Cash fork is on November 13th. It was just announced like 2 weeks ago max. And when people hear hard fork, they think, oh shit, free money. So as I've noticed that Bitcoin Cash has been doing a good run up. So people are jumping into Bitcoin Cash to get free money, but it's a smooth fork, meaning everyone is just fucking going to jump on the new protocol. It's a difficulty adjustment shit where China is basically making it easier to mine, meaning more money, free money. So I'm just in there because China, and yeah, they know how to make money. I mean, they're selling fidget spinners to you guys for like $10. When it costs
honestly, I'm over the whole fork thing. Like, I just want to get back to normal trading and normal market conditions, and just go back to the way things used to be a year ago. You know, like, honestly, I hope. I said it the other day. I hope Bitcoin crashes. I hope that shit crashes hard. I mean, crashes.
Bitcoin technology-wise is so fucking shit as well, and it's just gonna keep forking and forking and fucking and fucking and fucking until it reaches like Bitcoin's final form. But it's so stupid, and it's gonna cause a lot of FUD, and hence
But the thing is, it doesn't matter what Bitcoin does, because Bitcoin is a store of value, and that's what it is. It's not like the technology behind it. It's our store of value coin. So therefore, it's always going to be the king. Like, everything's traded. Every pair traded against it.
Well, I mean, if you're it's a store of value and you want to send one Bitcoin to another person, it fucking takes 5 days to confirm. I'd rather use Western Union.
No, that's not true though. Now that we got Segwit, I've been sending Bitcoin back and forth like to the exchanges in a matter of 15 minutes lately.
I don't think 3 hours. Like, it's so. It just depends, and that's why Bitcoin Cash, they just want to do faster transactions, and fundamentally, it's just a trade-off between speed and security, and stupid. What's his name?
I don't understand why everybody's saying that it takes so long. I'm like not experiencing that. I'm using a ledger. I'm paying $1.92, and I just click it on the fastest one because it's like, 15 cents more. And I literally get my first confirm in like 10 minutes tops, like max, like usually 6 or 7 minutes. And
15 cents in India is like a dinner, a meal for dinner. Okay, so
15 cents.
Yeah. So it just defeats the purpose of blockchain technology. But yeah, Bitcoin is shit as fuck.
Yeah, but we're not in Bitcoin for the technology. Like, if we want to do something like that, like if I want to send something fast, then I'll send something else. But it's a store of value. Like, that's the whole point of it. It's like our wealth building system. You basically trade shit coins to get more Bitcoins, and you just keep collecting as many Bitcoins as you can. That's the goal. Collect as many Bitcoins as you can.
Me too. Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm only on Bitcoin Cash because all of Asia, 65% of Korea is buying it. And when it hits a really good value, I'm just going to dump that shit into Bitcoin. Like,
because you got to figure Bitcoin's going to be $20,000, next year.
Yeah.
So you got to just keep buying. That's why I wanted to crash, so I can just load up, buy a couple thousand of them.
Me too. I'm waiting for it to crash. Okay, so what do you think when it crashes after the Segwit fork? What's your bottom prediction?
I charted it the other day, and I came up with 34.30. But
why also?
Well, hold on. But then it moved up in price, so I had to readjust it today. What did I chart it? I think it was around 3,700. We really won't know until we can take chart measurements after we know the high and the correction starts. That's when we can start charting it. And there's going to be 2 times to chart Bitcoin, basically. Well, 3. You're going to want to chart it as soon as it rolls over and we know it's actually correcting. That way we know our high and we can take proper measurements. The next time you want to chart it would be around, you know, when it gets close to the 50% fib, because you need to take measurements of your RSI and your MACD readings and things like that. And then you need to start looking to enter your position between the 50 and the 61.8% fib. And, you know, so you're going to have to take measurements when it gets down there. You're going to have to do a one-day candle with an RSI reading of around, you know, 27 to 34. And that's when the market's going to start to bottom out on us and be oversold.
Yeah.
So we really won't know until it happens. Like last time the crash lasted 8 days. I mean, that was a long crash.
What did it bottom to? Like 9 or something?
29.78 I seen on Bitfinex. I got in at 3,000 even.
Yeah, I got some 2,980 at 2,980. Pretty cool.
That's where my big order filled, was 3,010 cents or whatever it was. And then I bought another chunk of it when it blew through my order and it started to bounce up. So I got some for like 29.87 or something like that. And
yeah, that's peanuts.
yeah, I wasn't even paying attention because, you know, I kept buying it. I bought it all the way up to 3,400. I just kept, as soon as I seen it pumping, I'm just clicking buy, and just pumping the shit out of it. Whatever, buy. But basically, a group of us, we all trade on Bitfinex, and we all got on the chat and we said, listen, you know, we got to do something to reverse this. Like, we got to take a stand at 3,000 because we were, no, we did, because we were getting in that danger zone. It was starting to get into the danger zone. And I don't get worried. I'm not an emotional trader. And I was in a short position making money anyway. But it got to the point where we said, we need to reverse this. That's what we did our best. Like, we called it 3,000, and that's where we started just buying, like market buy. And we got it to push up.
Yeah, I really hope it reaches at least 4,000 so I can buy more.
Yeah, I would like to see it hit like 36, 3,700. I'd be happy with.
So you think it will happen right after the fork?
That's hard to tell. I mean, you know, it could happen tonight. We don't know. You know, all that really got to happen is we already seen the first warning sign last night. That $600 crash, that was a warning indicator. This shit's on watch right now. And the thing that causes the crash is basically them dumping it and shorting the market. And everybody decides they want to short the market and sell off. And what that does is that starts triggering all the stop orders. And once the stop orders start going, that creates the momentum. And nobody has the money to reverse it themselves. Like, you can't sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to buy 5,000 BTC and I'm going to make it go back up. It's not going to happen. Like, it's too much momentum gets going. And you basically got to wait till the market exhausts itself.
Yeah.
So
the drama with that Bitcoin gold shit happened, and I don't see Bitcoin doing a real reversal crash thing until after the 16th, which is a long way away.
But that's 2 weeks. I think we're going to see a nice hard correction, and then it's going to go back up. I don't think it's going to crash like it did that week-long crash, but I think it's going to see a nice correction in the next couple of days, more than likely, probably coming into tomorrow. Actually, I got to look at the chart. The real thing that's going to tell us is what China does tonight. And China hasn't done shit. Like, they're not buying right now. I mean, it's probably like 10 a.m. in China right now. And I'm looking at the chart and we haven't moved. So
China has two open that you can use. You can buy a Bitcoin with yuan again.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a good thing. That's what happened last night. It happened last night, and that's why we've seen that insane pump, because that was a Chinese market opening. It started right at like about 6:45 in China time in the morning.
Yeah, and the Amazon fake rumors. Oh, not fake rumors. The Amazon buying domains. Amazon Bitcoin, Amazon Ethereum.com.
But who really bought that, though? I ran the domain names, and it comes back registered to Amazon. Like, it's really Amazon.
Yeah, they did buy it, but the idiots don't know that there's such thing as called ENS domains, which is .et.
I got a bunch of them. I got 51% through .ether.
my god, I hate domain squatters. They're so. It's morally against what I stand for. But I've got a few.
That's funny because I bought hundreds of them. I did the same thing. I was trying to buy like Citibank and Walmart and all that. I tried to buy all that shit.
I saw one for DonaldTrump.eth, and it was going for 1,000 ETH for sale.
Yeah, the Bitfinex one went for like some crazy shit, like 2,800 Ether or some shit.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy it. I wasn't gonna pay $1 million for Bitfinex.ether. Bitfinex bought it. They got it, but they paid crazy money. It was like 2,800 Ether for it.
So what I'm gonna do is become an ICO advisor to people, and then buy the ETH domain beforehand, and then advise them that they really should get an ENS domain server, and then sell it to them. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, I mean, if you're smarter than that, I bought all of them. Like, I bought them within the first couple of days. I've registered so many of them. I probably have about 600 of them now.
Let me check Baidu or some shit. Baidu.eth. Holy shit. Yeah, I've gone to the dark side with that ETH shit.
All right, here's a question from Daniel. He says, since we are so close to 200 billion cap, do you think the money stays in the market post-fork and goes into alts for the BTC crash, or does that money just leave the market again? That's the misconception. A lot of people are like, oh, we lost like $80 billion out of the market. Like, it left the market. That's not true. That money is sitting in Tether and, US dollars and stuff. It didn't really, per se, leave. It's still sitting there on the exchanges, but that's just people exiting their positions because they're taking profits, and they're just going to rebuy when it gets lower. I mean, we already proved that. It's almost at 200 billion. So technically, it's not leaving and going anywhere. It's not like somebody's taking $20 billion and going out and buying houses and shoes and Ferraris and stuff like that. Yeah, a little bit of it might buy some stuff like that, some toys, but essentially that money just gets recycled back in. It never left. It's just sitting on the exchanges, and we can't account for that. That's what the situation is.
Yeah, the smart ones are in Tether, and the newbies are going into altcoins and getting wrecked. But as if you would freaking cash out and then pay like 40% tax, unless you're in Switzerland or the Cayman Islands, or Estonia. So yeah, it's really interesting. I love it when new money comes in, because then they all go into alts when they discover these altcoins and buy shit like BitConnect. It's really interesting and fun.
I think it's funny. Everybody argues with me. I'm like, that's a shit coin. They're like, no, it's not. It's going to do this and that. And I'm like,
I know.
So I've been gloating all week. I'm like, how your shit coins doing? Everybody's wrecked. And the funny thing is, I don't care. Nobody can say I didn't tell them or I didn't warn them. I must have made 20 posts. Y'all need to sell this shit. Even if you're at a loss, sell it now. I'm telling you, sell it. Oh, no, I'll just hold through this. I'll hold through this. The same people saying that are the ones crying up a storm. What's happening to this? I'm like, man, I'm not even going to reply to you. I warned you like 2 months ago.
Oh my God. The white papers that I read, they're selling like hopes and dreams, like cures to cancer and like flights to Mars. And like, be realistic, like how many applications have actually launched on the freaking blockchain? Nothing.
Well, tell me this. Go back 2 years ago and look at the altcoin market. And now tell me how many of them are actually around or doing something. Maybe a handful out of hundreds. So you literally have like a 5% chance max of your coin doing something. Literally. It's probably less than that. But you literally, say, 5 of them that are actually doing something from 2 years ago out of what, 238 or something? That's literally like 2%. You have like a 2% chance of your coin going to the moon.
Yeah, like even Stratus, Sia Coin, like they look like good projects. It looks really cool, but yeah, nothing's happened. Just new wallet releases every freaking day. It's so stupid. Yeah, in 1 year, 90% of these coins won't even be here.
Oh, I guarantee that. But then again, on the other terms, like everybody thinks I just completely hate shitcoins, but That's not true. I trade them all the time. I just won't hold them. Like, I will not hold them. That market starts to trend down, it's gone. I don't care about that coin. You know, everybody's like, I'll just hodl, I'll hodl. No, man. I dump that shit and I'll buy it later for cheaper. You know, you want to hold my bag through all this and cry? Go ahead. You can have it.
Oh, yep. I saw all that shit. Like, it's so bad. Like, I only buy it. I only trade altcoins just to increase my value of Satoshis, basically, and go back into Bitcoins.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest mistake I see these noobs doing is they sit there and they're like, oh, hodl. I'm like, no, you don't hodl. You sell that shit, you know, and buy it back cheaper, and then you'll have triple, double, quadruple. Like, your coin just dropped 80%. You could have 80% more coins. You know, if you wanted so bad.
There are coins that are literally on Cryptopia that are 1 sat. Like, they need to add another decimal value for that because there are coins that are under one Satoshi. Yeah. That's how hard they will hold on for dear life.
And that's another big problem I see with the noobs. They still think in dollars. If you still think in dollars, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say it. If you still think in dollars, you are a dumbass.
Yes, I keep trying
Nothing else to it.
They always quote they always quote in dollars, and like, what's the Satoshi value? Like, fiat doesn't matter. That's why we're here, and depends on the freaking Bitcoin USD value, right? So yeah, it's so stupid.
It's just, you don't do it. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I've like tried to be nice about it and explain it to people, and now I'm just at the point like, you're stupid. Like, don't do it. Like, stop thinking that way.
Like, especially when China was considering the banning of ICOs, and I tried to basically let them know, no, this is not happening, because I actually fucking work for the Australian equivalent of SEC. So by day, I'm telling people, don't buy ICOs. It's a scammy. It's unregulated. You'll get scammed. And then at night time, I'm buying shit coins. So yeah, these people are really dumb. And I try to teach them, and then they bully me because I'm a girl. And then I'm like, fuck it, that's it. I'm just gonna fucking she'll fucking BitConnect to you and fucking dump on your ass.
Man, there's so many questions.
Okay.
Worst advice I got was to sell BTC into alt. I've been saying that the whole time. Like, I said, sell that shit like 2-3 months ago. I'm like, this market's gonna start trending down. Like, it lost about 10% of the alt market, and I'm like, you need to sell now. Like, and I put the chart up, and I'm like, look, I tried to like make people like comprehend this. I'm like, if the coin goes down 10%, it needs to go back up 12. And if it goes down 20, it needs to go up 25. And people can't comprehend that. They just think, oh, if it goes down 20%, it's just got to go back up 20%. But that's not true. It's called math. And you better learn it. We learned it in like, what, 4th grade, 3rd grade? It's math.
Yeah. I'm Asian, so I learned that in the womb. Just believe it.
Well, we got Black Juice said, why do you blast the newbies? Well, they need to learn their lesson, because when I talk to them nice, they don't listen. I try to be nice sometimes, and like then they're just like, then they want to back talk me like I'm some idiot. I'm like, you know, and so finally I'm just like, dude, you know. So that's why I blast them, because you know it's basically your educational fee. You're gonna get blasted and you're gonna lose money. That's how you learn how to trade crypto. It's called an educational fee.
Well, I think people should just be more open-minded when I tell them this shit. They think I'm like, I've joined a crazy cult. And then next minute they've like, oh yeah, let's get started in Bitcoin. I want to buy Bitcoin, and I'm like, yeah, go buy it at all-time high. Just do it. And I don't feel bad at all. Like, you didn't listen to me in the first place, so I don't care.
I mean, everybody keeps asking these questions. When will alts bounce, or when will alts be back? When they start trending up. And I keep telling everybody this. Everybody keeps trying to catch that falling dagger. You need to stop. Stop trying to catch a falling dagger, because it blows right through your order. Pay a little bit more for the damn alt and get it in a confirmed uptrend. You will have a safer trade and a more profitable and enjoyable time. Trust me. It's, you know, you don't try to buy the bottom. Buying the bottom is dumb. Like, it is straight dumb. Like, you don't do it. You buy the trend. The trend starts to go up. You pay a little bit more for a safer trade and you take your profits. Now you just like, oh man, look, it's cheap, I'll buy it. And then it blows right through your order and you're going, man, no, I'm at a loss. And then you're worried about waiting because your money's all tied up. So
yeah,
you got to buy it when it confirms an uptrend. Pay a little bit more. Like, I don't care. I will pay more for that alt. And I know it's a confirmed uptrend. And I know I'm going to take a profit. I'm not going to sit there and tie my money up for months.
And most of the people who don't chart, they should realize that most of the, you should see all the calendars that are going around. Most of these calendar events are already priced in to the prices. So, like, new fucking updates or some shit, like, no one gives a shit. No one even reads it. So it doesn't make a difference unless it's like some crazy new technological advancement. Then it doesn't even matter. And yeah, buy the rumors and sell the news. So you don't fucking sell after the conference. Sell before the conference. Okay? It's that easy.
Buy the rumors, sell the news. But Ramy's asking, he's like, he gets the whole Satoshi argument thing for thinking about your gains, but for technical analysis, is it more accurate to chart with US dollars? Basically, what you want to chart in US dollars is your established coins with the US dollar market. Like, obviously, you don't want to go do 10x or Civic in a dollar market because we don't have a dollar market. But your bigger coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin and Litecoin, I chart them in a dollar market. But then I turn around and also chart them in a Satoshi market too. So I have both chart comparisons to look at. I don't just chart one of them if there's a dollar market for something like that. So it'll give you another advantage doing that.
Yeah. So do you plan on cashing out on fiat, or do you just plan to hold Satoshis?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've been selling all, like I said, I sold off my position in Bitcoin last night, you know, and kind of on accident, but it is what it is. But no, I mean, what I do is I keep rolling it, and I'll sell off my Bitcoin, but it's obviously the intention, I'm going to buy it back, and I'm doing a lot of margin lending now because the money's sitting there. So the money is still turning a profit, you know, gaining interest while it's sitting there. And I'm going to look to take a short position soon, you know. As soon as this market rolls over, I'm going to short the hell out of it. You better believe that, you know. People don't realize, you know, you make money both ways. If you only know how to buy something and hold it, you're only a half a trader. You're a half-ass trader. You got to learn to short the market. Think about it. Tell me, how many directions do coins go? They go up and they go down. You can make money on both of them.
Yeah, it's not a profit until you sell, and it's not a loss until you sell. Like, people are
you're losing money holding if the coin's going sideways. If that coin is going sideways, you're losing money for the simple fact that your money's not in a market trending up. So if that thing's going sideways for a week, you lost money, even though you technically didn't lose money, but you lost money.
People
you're not
brag about, they're up like 30% or 300% on the coin, but they're not selling. So obviously when it tanks to like below 200%, like, it doesn't make sense. Just fucking sell into Bitcoin. Oh God. Yeah. Peoples. McAfee.
I'm just reading some of these comments. It says, "Come on, man, show us your socks just for a laugh." Come on, man, show me your socks just for a laugh. What do you want to see? Actually, I'm wearing a pair of kick-ass socks. They're the darn tough wool. Huh? Merino wool, darn tough socks. They're like $17 a pair. Get yourself some. They're the best things ever.
I have like Spider-Man.
That was an odd question.
I'm gonna wear.
Do you have a job, Todd? How do you make a living? Just crypto? I own several companies actually in the financial industry. That's how I got into this. You know, I've been in the finance industry for well over a decade, since what, 2004, 2005. So I'm in the financial industry, and I'm the owner of the companies. So that's why I trade for full time, and I run the companies.
So were you a
Huh?
Were you a trader?
No, I own one of the largest collection agencies in the U.S. So we do debt collection. So I've always been in the finance industry. You know, we repo shit. And
Fuck. Yeah, if there's one thing worse than lawyers, it's debt collectors and
well,
liquidators.
big money in it. You know, you're never gonna have people stop paying start paying their bills. So it's like I do that. I'm a licensed private investigator. Um, I've worked as a private military contractor. I've done a lot of stuff. So no, crypto is not the only thing, but that's what I do now. I trade full time. That's how I make a living.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the question.
I'm looking at the
Eric said merino wool is the shit. Yeah, it is, Eric. That stuff's awesome, man. Darn tough, man. Look up darn tough socks. You'll they have a lifetime guarantee.
I'm gonna go get my socks. Freaking
hell. It says Todd, what exchange do you use for shorting? I trade on Bitfinex. So that's where I short the market, Bitfinex. Just Todd breaks legs and smashes skulls. Nah, man, I'm getting old. I don't do that anymore. Let's ask another question. When you're trying to find a retrace level, would you start the fib back around September 15th or the more recent? It depends what time frame you're looking at. You know, if you're looking, where you're looking to enter the market, but you drag with the trend. And sometimes, if you're trying to do a short-term day trade, obviously you want to use a smaller trend, the last smallest trend. If you're looking to do a long-term position, then you want to obviously do a long-term fib. So that's not, it's fibbed on different levels for, different time periods. So I really can't answer that without like showing you a chart, pretty much.
So when did you start learning how to chart?
What did you say?
When did you start learning? When did you start learning how to TA and all that shit?
Oh man. It's been so long I can't even remember. Like I get that question all the time. They're like, "Do you know any good videos or books about to learn technical analysis?" And really, I'm sorry, I don't, because it's been so long since I tried to learn something. I don't know what's currently out there anymore. So everybody asks me that, and I'm like, I don't have an answer because I really don't know. Like it's been so many years. Like I just, that stuff probably isn't current anymore.
What a dinosaur! Yeah.
Best exchange right now to buy BTC with US dollars. Well, it depends where you have an account. I like Kraken for their banking and GDAX, but I don't like their trading platform. So, but they're a good entry, like a gateway to get into the crypto and buy your BTC and then send it elsewhere. Are you related to Joe? Yeah, that's my uncle.
No way.
Well, no, he's really my cousin.
Oh.
Todd, you're suggesting to a 19-year-old trader who lost a shitload of money in these last 4 months and left with only a couple of Bitcoin. Man, cry yourself to sleep. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you gotta like, what do I say to somebody like that? Don't get discouraged. Let's put it that way. I take losses too. I freely admit it, and anybody that says they don't take a loss sometimes is a liar. Like, I don't care what they say. Yeah. All of us take a loss, and the whole goal to this thing is to make more than you lose. So I always try to go on the 70-30 rule. I want to profit 70% and lose 30% of my trades. But I'm sitting right around 80 to 85% wins with 10 to 20% losses. So just don't get discouraged. And the best thing to do when you're a new trader is do the trade on paper. Write the trade down. Like, do your technical analysis, write the trade down, and when you start getting confident, then start using real money. Until then, just buy some Bitcoin and hold it and sit there. But don't
value your coins in freaking dollars. I mean, $2 today was probably like $3 yesterday, depending on the Bitcoin price. So always look at Satoshi price. And would you ever recommend cutting your losses?
Me?
And just buying something else? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I told everybody that a while ago when I posted that about 2 months ago. I said, look, if you're down more than 10% now on these shit coins, you need to sell them at a loss. And that's when I posted that chart that said, you know, it had to go down 10 or 20 or whatever, and it had to regain 30 or 40%, whatever the math was. And everybody's like, and wanted to argue with me. Now these same people are sitting here right now from 2 months ago, the same ones that wanted to argue with me. Now who's right? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I told you so. Like,
oh my god, yeah. I don't know if you watch UFC, but you remind me of Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, but the point is, it's like everybody's like, "Why are you an asshole?" It's because like I tried to tell people and I warned them, and they basically argued with me. Then that's when they argued with me and told me, "Oh, no, you're wrong. You know, it's gonna cure fucking cancer. This shit's gonna like buy me Lambos and shit." And I'm like, "All right, man, I'm telling you, you better sell it." You know, and they wanted to argue.
When shit happened,
and then they come back now, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on with this coin?" Like,
I don't even feel bad. I didn't even feel bad. Like, especially with that Chinese shit, I was trying to explain to people, and they're like, "Fuck off! You're just a fucking girl. You don't know shit. You only make 70 cents in the fucking dollar of every mail." Yeah, like they're so. I don't even feel bad now when I freaking lowball their freaking buy orders.
No, see, I mean, I wouldn't go as far as I don't feel bad, but then again, I don't want people to lose money. I really don't, because I want people to make money, because then they're happy and they'll invest more money into crypto, and that's how I make my money, because when everybody invests, mine goes up. You know, so I want people to genuinely be happy, and that's why I do help them and answer questions honestly. Yeah, I'm an asshole sometimes, but that's because I've been arguing with people all day. You know, they want to sit there, they'll ask me a question, and I'll give them a real answer, and then they turn around and argue with me.
Yeah, by default, really nice girl, but if you're fucking stupid, then I don't have time for you. And I'm just gonna, yeah.
John Nicholson said, I see that Bitfinex announced terminating business with U.S. individuals. Yeah, they did, but that was all a smoke and mirrors play, so the U.S. government can't touch them. You know, they just don't want to have to deal with it. They really don't give a shit. If they cared, they would make all the accounts registered. Right now, you can go get a Proton Mail, download Opera Browser, turn Canadian, and
use a VPN, people.
Like, you don't, there's like no limit. There's no sell limit. You know, there's no withdrawal limits. There's no limits on an unverified account. Like, you don't think that was on purpose? Come on. You know, they're not pulling a Bittrex, making everybody like, you know, license, registration, urine sample, DNA, send me all this shit. I'm like,
sell yourself. Do you have a legacy account?
Huh?
Do you have a legacy account?
On Bittrex?
Yeah.
I had some crazy shit. It was like 1,776 Bitcoins a day. And now they just did that bullshit. They wanted like my name and my ID and all that shit. I'm like, oh, it's like, I don't believe in that, you know? I mean,
they kind of shit.
Like, why do I have to prove who I am?
Government. Okay, I work for the government. Their resources are freaking, I shouldn't say this, but yeah, their resources are fucking shit. They're not gonna fucking like find you at all. Like, especially those who are in Europe or any other country. Who cares if you have accounts in Bittrex and Poloniex? Like, they don't fucking care at all. Just move to Switzerland or the Cayman Islands.
Edward Lee said, will you have time for me? Did we miss a question from Ed?
No, that's me. He's sliding into my DMs. Edward.
Oh. He's direct messaging me.
I catch knives. Not feeling.
Well, John Peters said, Todd, thank you. I want to say thank you for what you do. You're welcome, John. I mean, I truly do. I try to make people understand, but you got to understand, it's like literally I answer a question and then people want to argue with me. And I'm like, well, why'd you ask me the question if you knew the answer? Because obviously you know the answer since you're arguing with me.
Oh my God, you have to tell them about that women's traders thing where they got sensitive about that mad cunt comment.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they realize that's an Australian thing.
Oh my God. I call people cunts all the time. I love you, cunt. And that's like the best compliment ever to receive in Australia.
Yeah, I know. They tell me that shit all the time, and that's why they got upset because somebody called me a mad cunt. They were like, "They called you a mad cunt. That's offensive." I'm like, "They called me a mad cunt, not you girls."
Oh my god, like trigger. Oh my god, I can't deal. And after that, I just stopped posting in that women traders group. Like, I can't deal with that sort of girl shit thing. Like, they're so fucking dramatic and self-entitled.
They're asking about the website. Actually, the website's coming along. That should be out real soon for 51% crew. My main thing was the signal finder that I've been tweaking. So the website's going to have a section that's going to have a signal finder. And it's going to basically, the things that I look for with my eyes is going to be automated. So then you'll see the signal. It'll tell you buy, sell, you know, strong buy, heavy buy, you know, whatever I set it at. And that way you can look at the signal finder. Don't just go off of that, obviously. But it'll give you an idea what markets to chart. Like this one's above the 9-day, above the 20-day moving average, this and that. It'll give you all of that combined and like tell you if it's signaling a buy. Then you can go over and chart it and see if you do want to buy or not. It'll give you the volume increases, all that stuff. So that's what's hanging me up. Like I'm basically the strategy behind it, getting it to work properly is what's binding me up. But the website's got most of it done for that.
Are you working on any like developers or hackers or not hackers, bot builders to basically build a bot to automate your strategies?
Yeah, that's it's basically going to be a signal finder, and it's a chart scanner, and it scans like the candlestick patterns of the charts, and it'll take that reading, it'll take the moving average readings, it'll take the MACD readings, the RSI readings. But when I say it takes an RSI reading, it's going to take an RSI reading of a 1-day candle, a 12-hour candle, a 4-hour candle, a 1-hour candle, a 30-minute candle, and a 5-minute candle all at once, and it'll calculate that. So that way you don't have to do all of it manually. So if this is telling you, all right, this is signaling a buy, then you look at that and you go over and then you do your chart study. Instead of sitting there like, you know, having to do all this, it's going to take that like initial like look out of the process, and that's going to save a lot of time. That's the goal, is to save time. Not to actually tell you to take the trade or to get rid of the trade, but it's to save you the time to find the trade.
Well, depending on the market and how it's the market sentiment, don't you think different indicators would be more reliable than others? Or do you think if you have all the indicators fed into a bot, and if they all like agree or some shit, I don't fucking know, on a successful chart or whatever, is that how it works?
Yeah, but that's the problem though, because every market is different. So you kind of need a strategy for every market. That's why you do the chart study. I got bots. I have trading bots, and I just don't really like them. I mean, yeah, they made me money, but I make way more money manually trading them.
Yeah, so obviously that human intuition. So do you think there's room for AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning? Because you don't want to fucking computer every day fucking doing manual stop orders strategies.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, I just don't think I'm educated enough in it to give a real opinion. You know, I mean, maybe I don't know about it. It's not my thing. You know, I'm a trader, not a computer programmer.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, just basically infusing both. Like the programmers are just based on math, but you need that human psychology. So, and that's what AIs are basically meant to do. Just learn how human intuition works and what happens and what indicators to use depending on the market. For example, I've been told right now that the MACD indicators are what works best with in this market compared to whatever. So imagine building a bot that knows how which indicators to use depending on the market sentiment, depending on the news, depending on the TA.
Well, right? I think there's too much. That's going to be so much room for margin of error. That's the concern I would have with it. Like, you know, and I also don't like bots because they like to buy at market, and Like last
Well, then
December,
there's bots that do back testing that learn basically machine learning and basically learn human intuition basically. And yeah, I think like fucking like right now newbies who enter the market won't make money because there's fucking bots putting up the sell orders, the buy walls, everything like.
yeah, but then
Doing
you're
the
gonna have people like
AI.
me. I see the bot trading,
But
and what we call it
you're just
is, I call it feeding the bots. Like I feed the bots all the time. Like I'll place an order, and
yeah.
all the bots want to jump you. So I literally like I'll place an order real quick and cancel it, and as they go to jump me, I'll sell into their bot and leave them bag holding. I bag hold bots all the time. Like
Yeah, but you're the fucking exception. Imagine the newbies who buy all-time high, then discover altcoins, and then fucking try to play the market and then get beaten by bots. It's
yeah,
just,
I mean I'm sure it happens probably quite a lot.
yeah, but you're the exception. Everyone else is getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the future there will be like those who are traders learning, obviously crossing with programmers and learning how to build bots who know AI, what is it, machine learning or whatever it's called, and learning like human intuition, how to react to situations and markets, and
Yeah.
like take over the world like Optimus Prime.
I don't know. I like my trading, so I just never
That's
really
cool.
like I said, I got bots, like I got them, like they're on my computers, but I just shut them down. I used to, but they would make money. Like don't get me wrong, but I make way more money doing it myself.
Yeah, that's true. That's awesome.
And my other issue is I don't trust a bot taking a $500,000 trade.
Especially when you don't know the code, like you'd rather do it yourself, right? Like,
Well, I'm saying you want to trust a bot to make a $500,000 trade for you? Hell no, I'm not.
I'd rather talk to bots than fucking guys. But no, yeah, that's true.
John said, do you see this upcoming correction taking its toll on the whole crypto market in general, or more concentrated at BTC? I think we're going to see the initial hit in dollar value, obviously, for the alts. They're going to get hit probably for the first 24 hours. They're going to go down dollar value, but they're going to start to cushion themselves in Satoshi value and start to gain when the correction happens. So initially, yes, it's going to take a hit, but it's going to correct itself and correct back to its. So
After the fork or before? I bet you don't even know the date of the fork.
He said the correction.
And when does the correction, do you believe, will happen?
Like I said, none of us know that. It could be happening right now while I'm watching his YouTube video. Man, we're 723. But no, we're starting to get oversold. So I'm also noticing sentiment. There's a lot of short positions open, and there's been a lot of short positions open in the last 24 hours. Like it went from like 65 or 60-40 long on Bitfinex to like it's like 60-some% short positions now. So I've seen a lot.
So is there a difference between margin lending and margin trading?
Yeah, I mean margin lending is when I have $500 and you obviously need to margin trade. You need to borrow $500. I lend you $500 to do your trading with, and you give me a percentage.
Is it risk-free then?
I've never lost a penny as far as actually doing the lending, but as far as risk, the only risk is really is if the exchange goes away. As far as like a risk, like keeping your money on the exchange, that's the risk. As far as anything else, no, I've never lost a penny. But
the margin lending is like pretty cool if you're on Poloniex and you're not Dan Bilzerian, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's good money. I was making around $4,000 a day doing margin lending.
Well, no one has 1,000 bitcoins to fucking like throw around.
Yeah, they do. I see orders like that all day. I'm nothing.
Holy
I'm
shit, I need to get in margin lending, I mean. So margin lending is really different to margin trading. Because
Yeah,
I feel like
margin trading is the same as exchange trading. Everybody's so scared of it. It's the same identical thing, except you're just borrowing money. That's it. And tell you the truth, I think margin trading is safer to an extent if you know what you're doing. Huh?
the margin trading is better than margin lending.
No, I'm saying margin trading is safer than normal exchange trading.
And what about margin lending versus margin trading?
They're two completely opposite things. One, you're lending somebody money for interest, like, you know,
Playing bank.
yeah, like a bank would pay you interest. And the other one, you're trading the market. They're two completely different things. But the money's got to come from somewhere. You know, if you're doing margin trading, you got to borrow the money from somebody. It just doesn't appear out of thin air. No, it's basically, think of it this way. It's like buying a car and getting a loan for it. And you pay back the payments. At margin lending, like you're basically the bank giving the loan.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people use margin trading / lending interchangeably, but margin lending is different.
Of course. It's like I said, it's, you know, you're basically lending somebody money. That's all it is. Like,
you're playing bank, basically.
Yeah, you're being the bank. That's exactly what it is. And margin trading is just trading with borrowed money.
And getting wrecked.
No, it's not true. It's safer. If you know what you're doing.
You?
No, it's safer if you know what you're doing, because you can trade. No, you can trade with the same. All right, let's do an example. You have 10 Bitcoins. And
okay. I don't, but I do. Yeah, yeah.
You want to trade 10 Bitcoins. But what you do is you send 3 or 4 Bitcoins to the exchange. And then you borrow somebody else's Bitcoins to trade with. So therefore, you have less money on the exchange and less exchange exposure. So therefore, it's safer. And if you get into trouble in that position, you still have the amount. So what you can do is you can send your Bitcoins over and pay back that person, and now you're just like a normal trade. But you see what I'm saying?
But can't you get wrecked more than what you committed?
Yeah, of course. If like you get extended and you don't do it properly, yes.
What's this mark price I've been hearing about?
What is it?
Mark price?
I need a drink. Hold on.
So if you ever come to Australia, just make sure you buy some Jack Daniels.
That shit was spicy fire. Now, what was your question?
I've forgotten.
Mac price? What's Mac? Huh?
I've forgotten mine.
Oh, man. You're still asking me the best exchange for margin trading. Bitfinex.
Bitfinex, obviously. Bitfinex, not illiquid.io or whatever it's called.
Liquid. Oh, the exchange?
Illiquid, yeah.
They just don't have much volume. That's the problem with these exchanges. There's nothing really wrong with these exchanges, just the volume's not there, and the spread on the books is so far apart. You know?
Yeah, it's Cryptopia.
You'll lose $30 or $40 just on the spread on a Bitcoin, and then you know, plus your fee. So as soon as you make the trade, you're literally down like, you know, 50, 60 bucks just on one Bitcoin. Well,
Hey, are you balls deep in Bitcoin, or do you have any altcoins?
I still have my Stratus, but I took that out of my portfolio. I got a little bit of ADX.
Oh yes, but what happened to deal with Alex? You were full shilling it apparently. Apparently.
That was
Alex?
Rev. That was Rev.
Oh, I thought it was you. I really don't use Facebook, so I don't know.
No, like what I did is I posted a chart about it about a month and a half before Rev like started blowing it up, and it did really well, but it came back down. And I posted it at like 45 cents or 50 cents or something. I said, you know, it'll probably get to $5, which I still believe, like in a long term hold. That's what I said. It's probably a $5 coin because of the market cap. And I still believe it will reach about $4 or $5 because, you know, it's going to go up because of just that low market cap eventually. Once they get more things done. But like I said in the beginning, you know, that's a long term hold position. But I've been trading that. I did really well in ADX. And basically what I got left was just some profits that I didn't get a chance to sell. And I was like, no, it's not much. So it's not even worth me selling now. I'll just hold it and not worry about it and deal with it later type shit.
Yeah. No, I think what I took out of this chat or whatever it's called is that stop loss and basically updating it. So basically you either break even or not make any profits.
God, I'm getting on. There's a million questions. What's long term to me? A year?
I need to go back. You can talk.
So Todd, are you waiting until the correction starts before you open a BTC short position, or are you jumping in now? I've been in and out of the market all day for Bitcoin. I'm not going to open up a really large short until it corrects, but I've been short and long probably several times today already. But I'm just swing trading. But I'll definitely wait for a confirmed downtrend to short big, like if that's what you mean. What does the one do with their flat, or fiat, while waiting to buy? Don't want to leave it on the exchange and Ledger doesn't hold it. You really don't have a choice. I don't know any options to keep it anywhere. That's just a risk you got to take. Love how she says all of us are thinking. How big are your trade positions? I don't know. Depends on the day. 100, 200, 300,000, sometimes a million. Whenever I feel like doing. It's a Chicago Music Festival. Who are you? What about a trading course? Yeah, I'm gonna do a trading course, but it's gonna be a paid course. That's phase 2 of the website. I gotta get phase 1 built first, but that should be done shortly. But as far as trading courses, yeah, I actually have them written. I have like 5 courses I've sat down and wrote from beginning to end, like actual college type courses, like the tests and everything. Between you and Rev, which one of you is the top and which one is you at the bottom? I don't know. I think Rev, like I like to grab his beard. Would you share more thoughts on the coming correction, timing, pullbacks? We don't know yet. I've done said that. We don't know when it's going to correct. We got to watch the candle patterns and watch the RSI and watch the sediment and watch the MACD, and we got to wait. But it definitely looks like the market's starting to fail at this point, but this is Bitcoin. That could change in a matter of minutes.
Have you been charting Bitcoin Cash?
Yeah, I probably charted it like 4 or 5 times today. and it looks like it's running out of like steam. And I was waiting to see what China did when they entered the market today, and as of right now, they're not doing shit. So we're sideways right now. We've been sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 5 hours now. So that tells me if China's not buying, our only option is to look tomorrow when the U.S. market opens, and that's going to tell us where the weekend's going to head. Tomorrow morning when the U.S. opens. How long do you think altcoins will bull run after SegWit?
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, people are asking, like, you guys are not thinking the right way. Like,
yeah.
like
when money comes in.
That's not even a question like you can answer. Like, what am I supposed to say? 30%. Like, you can't answer that question. Like, every market is different. I don't know how many times I got to say it. Every single market is different. So you're going to have to chart that market, and you're going to have to do your chart study when this stuff is happening to take current readings to know when to enter and when to exit the market. You can't just buy, pray, and say, I'm going to sell at 30%. It doesn't work like that. And until you guys get that out of your head, you're not going to be successful. So please stop thinking like that. Like, this is like the 7th person that's asked the same question like that.
And stop thinking dollar value.
Yeah, if you keep thinking like that, it's just not the proper way of thinking. Get your mind in a way of thinking like a trader and trade the trends. Nobody knows. Like, these things could shoot up 100%. They could, they could drop. We don't know. Everybody thinks the bull run after SegWit. How do you know? How do you know that things are going to go up? They could all go down. Literally. These things could keep going down to nothing. Everybody wants to put these correlations with stuff like, oh, the weekend and this and that, and you just can't do it. You can't.
Yeah. In regards to crypto world, which traders out there do you look up to? Well, obviously he looks up to himself. Where do you have your stop on Bitcoin Cash then?
What exchange can you get the best interest rates for margin trading? Bitfinex. It's the only exchange other than Polo, really. But
what about that new one?
Huh?
CME or some shit?
What is it?
CME, that new exchange that's planning to do futures with Bitcoin. CME? Was it the CME?
I don't know. I haven't really read about it. Like I said, I don't follow the news.
So do you think that with just pure technical analysis, you could still make money in this crypto market?
That's all I do. That's it. Like, everything I trade is technical. Everything.
And everything I trade is fundamental because I don't fucking know what a Head and Shoulders is unless it's shampoo.
I'm glad you said that because that's a big issue with people.
I still made 20,000. I turned 1 Bitcoin into 20.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
there's no knowledge of the Head and Shoulders.
Like I said, I tell everybody, there is no right way to trade, but there is a wrong way to trade. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, when you buy low and sell lower.
So, there's nothing wrong with fundamental stuff. I can't see all these questions. They're like blowing through so quick, it's not even funny. Sorry if I don't answer you, but they're literally going. Everybody keeps asking the same question over and over again.
When Moon? When Lambo? How many Latinos?
Todd, where do you store your Bitcoins during the fork? Either on Bitfinex or Ledger. I haven't decided yet. If I even have any, I might sell all that shit before then.
Do you sell into Tether?
Yeah, probably. Or I'll get, or I'll make a move for like Ethereum or Dash or something that I think's going to go up. I don't know. I can't say that until the time comes. Like I said, I got to chart those markets when that time is ready.
all you do is trade. You don't do like holding. You don't do masternodes. You don't do proof of stake.
Nope, pretty
You
much.
don't do any of
I
tech
trade.
shit. Because obviously you put in your fucking handle of Google Hangouts, YouTube
Huh?
shit.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. I trade. I'm a trader. Yeah.
Were you a trader before crypto?
I've done some. I did the FX markets. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, things have definitely evolved.
Surely.
How many people are watching this?
Oh,
I don't think it'll tell me.
I love 16.
Huh?
Nothing. You can do
How many screens do I have? I got 4 screens, but honestly, I trade on a MacBook Pro. Like
Mac's the best. I only use Mac because if I used Windows, I'd probably get blue screen of death like the first day.
why is everybody typing these numbers? Like
69.
how much you had to drink?
Well, I opened this when we first started. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, fucking the altcoins. I'd rather look at fucking. I deleted my blockfolio because I'm balls deep in fucking altcoins.
Why did
You're
you
dead.
sell them?
To what?
The Bitcoin, like I said, you need to stop
Well,
drinking.
Yeah, I fucking buy hopes and dreams.
Hey, you said you were gonna do the money dance for me. Remember you promised me that? Let's see it. I'll put some music on.
No.
What do you mean no? You said you'd do the money dance for me. Everybody wants to see her do the money dance? Tell her in the comments, in the chat. Let's tell her to do the money dance.
No.
Brad did the money dance. You gotta do the money dance.
No, you do it first.
I have money. I don't need to do it.
I don't have money. I'm
You
fucking.
don't hold Rise. No, I don't hold Rise.
I fucking bought Dogecoin or some shit. Fuck my life.
You what?
Dogecoin.
Doge.
Unlimited.
All right. Everybody's saying do the money dance. Look. Come on.
No.
You knew if you got live with Todd, he's gonna pull something.
No.
I gotta have something for the title. I gotta like when this gets uploaded to YouTube, I gotta be like Diana did the money dance for 51% group.
No.
Come on, just for a minute. What kind of music you want me to play?
I'm not that cheap. Shit.
Huh?
I'm not that cheap. Shit.
Yeah. Just take another shot and you'll do it in a minute.
No. I was about to because October is breast awareness month.
What?
I was about to do a free giveaway with my ledgers. I have like 3 ledgers. I haven't even opened them. But yeah, I was about to do
Are you drunk?
sorry. No.
Uh-huh. Oh God. Comes live with Todd, gets drunk. Say something. It's all right. Or should I go back to answering questions?
Oh. Yeah, you just asked the question.
What?
It's fucking what's the time? 1:42 p.m.
You're starting to slur your speech.
Shut up. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
See?
Why China?
It's because you make the girl nervous. Why am I making her nervous? Like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here talking.
What's Bitcoin Cash at?
All right. What time is it? It's 9:45. What time we started? We've been on like an hour? 2 hours?
I haven't even slept because I've been on since 3 a.m. Now it's 1:43 p.m.
He said 122, white girl wasted.
I'm not even white. Look at my hair. What the fuck?
All right, I want you to get up and I want you to do the sobriety test where you stand there and, you touch your finger to your nose.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't trade while you're not
Come on.
sober.
Come
But
on.
then I got Binance when it was like when I was drunk on a Friday night at 20 cents or 30 cents, and it mooned to $1.
All right.
Then I got into a fight with China.
Hey, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Hey.
With
Look at the camera. Follow this pen with your eyes. Come on.
Joey, I need Joey.
Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. He said this is a AM meeting. All right. I'll do a couple more questions and then I'm going to go take a shower. So, what did I miss with all these questions? I know I missed a bunch of them, but this shit's going so fast. So, what's your question, everybody? And don't ask me what to buy.
When moon? When limo?
Now they're all thinking about the money dance and talking. They forgot their questions.
Let me choose. Who's the fuck? This is an intervention. Joey. I want Joey. Where's Joey? When moon?
Do momentum
when limo?
trading. Oh, calm down. I'm answering a question. Do you do momentum trading? Nah, not really.
What trading do you do? Emotional trading?
What's your goals? Goals for what? Be more specific.
For when?
Yes, those bottles were full when she started.
What?
Someone's been asking how many martinis a night can you handle for the past hour? 3 or 4, whatever. Do you have any new info about your exchange? Oh, that exchange is going to be after the hedge fund. That's a long time away.
Is that decentralized or centralized?
Centralized. I don't like them decentralized exchanges. What are you placing your next sell orders at tonight? I'm not selling anything tonight. I'm out on my positions, my trading positions, that is.
When you're out, do you say you're out into Tether or you're out into like shitcoins or?
Oh, I'm out into Tether right now. But
well, what happened? Who shielded ADX? Who shielded? Was it you or what's his face?
No, we just talked about that. I remember I said I made a chart and like 2 months later, Rev came in and said it would be $50 or some shit like that. I was like, what?
So who showed ADX? Because I don't use Facebook. Oh. Okay, low key. Did you buy what's it called? DBet?
Do I got DBet?
Yeah, do you have DBet?
Of course.
Because you believe in the project fundamentally, or because pity party?
No, they told me to buy it, so I bought it. I haven't even looked at it. I don't even know where it's at. I think it's in my wallet, but I haven't logged in. I don't even know if they gave it to me.
Same. I have like this my Ether wallet, and I don't even know what I hold.
I'm trying to read this question. Probably you've been asked already, but I have some BTC and I don't plan on using it for a while. What's the best thing to do with it be lending on Bitfinex, assuming the risk exchange isn't hacked? You can lend BTC, but the interest rate's so low, it's not even really worth it. Like, you're probably better off just throwing it in a ledger and letting it sit there, because unless you have a lot of BTC, that's when it'd be worthwhile. But you'd probably make $1 a day. It's not really worth it, for $1 or $2 a day per BTC. So even if you had 10 of them, you'd make like $10 a day. It's just not really worth having it on the exchange. That
What's
makes
that
sense?
Because like inflation in Australia is like fucking 3%, and term deposits are like 2%.
Oh, I don't know. I got a swap calculator. I can give it to everybody if you want it. I'll post a link in the chat. Here's the calculator to figure out the margin lending fees.
Is that on Bitfinex?
Yeah.
I wonder who's shareholders of Bitfinex.
I'm a shareholder at Bitfinex. Joey said, can you put USDT in Ledger? Nope, you can't.
Wait, I can't read.
Oh. Why is everybody asking me questions? Think of a question for her.
No! I'm a fucking girl.
I've been talking all the time. I've literally answered like 100 questions in this video already.
I can't even. Where's Joey?
Oh, you're on here too. We brought you on. You want to answer some questions.
I'm just here for the boobs, apparently.
The boobs?
Apparently.
I deal with them all day on Facebook.
Nice. I wish I was a guy. In Meta.
What? So you can handle your alcohol?
I always called it Medellin, but it's apparently Medellin. Right, Joey? Right?
Medellin.
Are you homeboys with Pablo Escobar?
No.
Have you been to Australia?
Have I?
Have you been to Australia?
No, that's one of the few continents I haven't been on.
Continents.
What's your private group? Well, if I told you, it wouldn't be private anymore. What are you talking to her?
Because I try to keep it under 100, and I keep it
hey there,
not linked with.
Okay, Diana, they're asking you questions. Joey said, "Are you going to Belize?"
Where Belize? Who's that? Is that Joey?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. You already know my reply. It's like when Neo what's it called? Decides to
What
moon.
are you talking about? She talking about going to Belize.
Isn't there some sort of meetup?
Yeah, in Belize.
Who's planning that?
Joe?
Your cousin?
My uncle.
I'm going with Joey and Corey's dog, apparently.
Do you write down all your trades for statistics? No way. I can't keep track of all that. Like, it's just way too many. I do my books, and I keep like a bookkeeping like an accountant does, but I don't actually do statistics for each individual trade. Some days I'll get in and out of 10, 15 trades. Some days I'll do one trade, but sometimes I'm only in a trade for a minute.
I have a question.
Okay, what is it?
What are your tax liabilities?
Mine? I've never cashed out.
Oh my god. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm a lawyer, so I'm gonna learn tax law, and everyone just go to Switzerland or Estonia or Monaco. Is that
well? When I do decide to move money out, I'll just do it through one of my many offshore companies.
Just hit me up. All right.
Yeah. It says, "Trust me, she is fully drunk." Yeah, I noticed that a while ago. She couldn't even pass the pen test.
What pen test?
Look into the camera. Follow the pen. Follow this pen with your eyes. Yeah, they're definitely stagnating. You're drunk. I'd give you a DUI.
Where's Joey?
How do you get into my Facebook group? Yeah, you talk about 51% crew. You just click the join button and you wait. We let in 500 to 1,000 people at a time when we have the group under control. It's not like CCT or CCC or whatever. It's not some free for all. Like when you go in there, you'll see posts, and it literally all business, nothing but chart work and that. Like,
no, you have to enter. You have to enter these people into this women's group.
I'm not an admin in the women's group. I'm just in there. They rape added me in that group.
Why are you in? Like, you cause so much controversy.
I don't know. They added me. I didn't even know I was in until one day I seen it. I was like,
you know
I was added in the women's group. I was added in CCT. Dude. They even added me in the Australia group. I'm not Australian.
Well, you don't want to be in the women's group because everyone's like got their periods synced up, and everyone's like crazy every time of the month.
Yeah.
This is why I'm single and have.
Oh, I gotta send you that crypto girlfriend application. That shit's hilarious. I'm gonna post that later.
Yes. Send it.
I will. Says, where are you sitting, Todd? In my penthouse. Where else?
Well, I'm sitting in fucking shithole Sydney of Australia. With fucking kangaroos eating up my like land cables and shit. With like fucking.
You got a pet kangaroo?
Yeah, in my background. In my backyard. Have you never been to Australia?
No, I already answered that question. I told you no. You're definitely getting drunk. It says, per Ash Rolston, anyone that has your electronic account, their email and password is compromised. Well, that's why you go over and you watch my security video on the same page, because you shouldn't have the same password on any of your accounts. So
yeah,
if you have electronic whatever, be sure to go watch the video, the security video on this page next. There's a lot of valuable information there, and share it with all your friends because I don't want to see anybody get destroyed. Share that everywhere.
Mind you, he doesn't even know how to link Google Hangouts to YouTube. That took us like 5 minutes to fucking go on live. So don't trust him.
But I know how to trade. That's all that matters. I know crypto.
That's all. Yeah, use LastPass.
I never claimed to be a professional YouTuber. What technicals do you favor? As far as what? You got to be more specific with your question. I can't just.
I visited a zoo in Australia and everything was in a cage like normal. Except the Australian animals. They just let you in with the pen in them.
The hedge fund, like I said to everybody, that's going to be a year. It's probably been 2 months.
Are you going to use bot? Are you going to use bot, or are you just going to do it yourself?
What, the hedge fund?
Yeah.
I'm going to do manual trading, but we're going to do really large trading, and I got actually 2 other people as consultants with me.
Are you going to open up an IPO or an ICO?
No, it's just going to be a hedge fund. Like, you know, big investors. We'll just do the trading for them. I'm not trying to do. I hate ICOs, man. They're nothing but money grabs anymore. I feel like it's not like the way they used to be.
Yeah, I didn't care, but how do I piggyback on that?
Piggyback on what?
On fucking you making money.
You're gonna we're gonna take, you know, large investors, you know, and we'll get several $1 million together, and I'll add some money, and everybody adds some money, and we just do large trades, and then obviously we take a cutout for the hedge fund of the profits, and then divide whatever percentage of yours is back. You know, if you have 1% of the trade, then you get 1% of the profits. You know, if you have 10% of the hedge fund trade, then you get 10% of the profits.
Is it a company or an ICO? I've forgotten.
No, it's a hedge fund company. Just like all these major companies in New York. Like, it's going to be fully licensed, regulated, all that, you know, like banking, everything. Where will you launch the Signal website? At the 51percentcrew.com. Once the website gets up. I have twice and everything going to kill you in the water. Oh, Australia.
Yep, that's us. We're retarded.
You're sending me BTC for the fun. I don't want your money. Stop. Everybody keeps trying to give me that. Why is everybody always trying to give me their money? Like, I hear that daily. I'm going to give you money.
Why do you?
Why? I don't want it.
Where's my address? I want money. Fucking, I'm making fucking $80 a day. Fuck.
Everybody keeps trying to give me money. Trade with.
Why isn't anyone sending me money? Fuck.
I don't know. Do you trade? Do you use RSI and MACD, and what other technical analysis models do you use? Of course I use RSI. Of course I use MACD. I look at the moving averages, Uchimuchu Cloud, or however you say that. I use that commonly. Trends. I'm really big on Fibonacci levels. Fibonacci is my thing.
Not Fibonacci, it's Fibonacci. And do you use China?
Huh?
China.
I can't understand
Sorry.
you.
China.
China.
I'm not Chinese.
What are you talking about?
Do you use China indicator?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, whenever they ban Bitcoin, that's just the international sign to short.
And what about JP Morgan? JP Morgan.
How much will you charge for lessons that you're preparing for all of us? I haven't decided the price yet, to be honest. You know, I'm going to try to keep it as reasonable as possible, but obviously I'm going to, you know, be moving a lot of my time, and I'm going to be losing, you know, money from my trading time. So I kind of got to find a balance. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely like to make it affordable. You know, I'm not trying to like rape people or anything. I'm not one of them type people. No, I really don't use Elliott Wave too much. Just hasn't been my thing. He said she's gonna be spewing soon. No, she's not high. She's drunk. Do any of you guys hold Electrum? No, I don't want that scam. I thought everybody that shows a scam from the beginning.
Oh my god, that's the funniest shit. Because Electroneum was mineable, and those who bought in Electroneum can't withdraw from their wallet.
I think they're gonna. I don't know. I got a feeling they're gonna up and disappear. I don't know why I got that feeling, but I just got that feeling like they're just gonna up and disappear.
If it keeps going up, why would they want to pull out?
Why? Because they got everybody's money.
But then they could make more, like BitConnect and ETHConnect.
Maybe, but either that or everybody could dump it. You know. So like I don't know. I really didn't follow it. Like once I seen you start posting a referral link and to get people to buy your shit, that tells me right there that you're shit. Like
no, but
your product can't sell itself. You need people to promote it for you.
But MLM is good as long as it's not the whole source of income. MLM.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like this space. Like ICOs are not like they used to be 2 years ago, and everybody keeps basing it off of, oh, you know, go up several thousand%. Yeah, they used to, but nowadays there's such big money grabs. These companies, like seriously, like look at 10x. Like, why the fuck do you need? Why do you need $20 million ICO to make a fucking debit card? Like,
not 10x. What's Kick?
Any of them. I'm just saying, why do you need $20 million to make a debit card?
Cocaine and just
like we literally I've had debit cards before any of this shit, and these companies just gave them to me. You know, look at Zappo debit card. I've had that for like, you know, years. So why does 10x need $20 million or $30 million to hand us debit cards and then get their license revoked? You can't find these groups. Well, then how did you find this page?
That's so true.
Hold on, man. I'm going to post the links to CCT. Here's a link to CCT.
I would very like to join. Is it possible to get a link? Don't buy Chainlink.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Who's 51% Kerr? Oh,
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm about to drop it for him. You can join, but like I said, 51% crew, you might be waiting a little while.
Why is it 51? I don't even fucking know. I was like, who the fuck is this Todd?
Do you hold an erection? No. It's fine. You all right?
Oh my god. Oh my.
What? He asked if I hold an erection. No, I'm just sitting here. They call me Toad. What are you doing? You all right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Are there any more questions? I'm gonna go for 5 more minutes. It's 10 o'clock and I'm tired. I literally slept for maybe 3 hours last night total.
30 hours? Wow, that's a luxury.
Yeah. Well, the market was going crazy. I literally fell asleep on my laptop. I set that sell order, and that's all I remember was setting that sell order. Like, yeah, this will never fill, and I'm gonna shut my eyes for a few minutes. And I shut my eyes, and like I woke up, and my laptop's laying next to me, and my phone was on my chest, and I'm like, BTC's crashing. Cool.
Yeah, you should probably invest in Bitcoin rather than girls, because girls are just negative.
It says, how do you start your analysis chart? The first thing I do is I take a Fibonacci measurement of the long-term trend and the current trend. That's how I start. And I basically work from large to small, and I see where we're at that current point in the market to give me an idea of where we're going. You got to find out where you're at to figure out where you're going.
So when did you start again?
Start what?
Trading.
It's been so long, I don't even remember. It's been years. What's my backstory in crypto? Well, crypto-wise, I just started buying Bitcoin. And basically, I bought Bitcoin every week. Whether it's whatever extra money I had. If I had $50 extra that week, I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin. If I had $500 that week, I bought $500. And $50, $20, $100, $200, whatever I had, I bought that week. And I told myself, I said, if Bitcoin ever reaches $1,000, I'm going to sell all this and I'm going to buy myself a house. That's what I told myself. And I told myself that forever. And lo and behold, Bitcoin hit $1,000. So I was like, cool, I'm going to sell it. But I was lazy. So I had everything on paper wallets and all that. So the next day I was like, all right, I'll do the Bitcoin thing and I'll sell it. And I looked and it was $1,200. And I'm like, wow, cool. So I transferred over like hundreds and hundreds of Bitcoins that I had at the time. And I sold them all. I had a couple $100,000. And like 4 days later, I looked and Bitcoin crashed to $600. So I'm like, well, you know what? I don't need a house. I'm going to buy back double. And I bought back double. So then I had like thousands of Bitcoins. And you see where we're at now. Make a long story short. Huh?
Can you show me your privates?
My what?
Your private!
You are drunk, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
You want to see my privates? Is that what you said?
Your 16-letter privates. 16-letter.
I don't understand. Do you use 1 hour candles, 30 minutes, or 5 minutes? I use them all. You work large and go to small. I think we're going to wrap this up soon. You can go back to bed.
Yes. I have slept.
You should go grab a glass of water.
Yes, instead of
She don't want my private keys. She wants to see my private parts. You heard me. How much BTC do you have? Why would I sell that? Come on now. Why would you even ask me a question like that?
I'm a Bitcoin miner, not a Bitcoin golder. No, never mind.
Bitcoin holder. Oh man. All right.
No,
well,
I'm a gold digger. I'm a gold miner. Right?
okay. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Any final thoughts, Diana? You gonna do the money dance? Something?
Buy ETHConnect.
You got any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, buy ETHConnect, but don't invest.
Buy BitConnect. Okay. Everybody wants a shit coin. So thanks for everything. No problem, everybody. Hopefully I got to answer you, but sorry if I didn't. And you know, I'll be around tomorrow. I'll probably answer some questions or whatever on Facebook. So I guess we'll wrap this up and I'm gonna go get me a shower. Any final thoughts?
Why have kebabs when
John Nichols, how do you find the altcoins you're going to trade? Go back and watch the beginning of the video. I covered that. It's going to be included.
Just wait till after 16th of November.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to cut this off.
Bye.
Bye.